Welcome back to another edition of the Podium Finish Live, here live from COTA. I'm Rob Tiongson. This guy you should know, this is AJ Allmendinger, driver of the number 10 Celsius Chevrolet, and also driver of the number 16 Farm Smart Chevrolet.
Nutrient Ag Solutions, Farm Smart Chevrolet, however you want to word that.
That's a long, I'll let you handle that part, man. But yeah, he's back, and we were just saying before we got started, this man got me an A in coding at St. Bonaventure University, so Professor Royal, I hope you will get to know NASCAR and root for this guy, because he owes me, I owe him a lot.
Yeah, I want my diploma.
Here you go, St.
It
Bonaventure.
might be the first one I get.
Or maybe you'll get maybe St. Bonaventure, you sponsored the number 16 and number 10 car when he's in this car.
That's true, yeah.
See, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, shell out some money, okay? There's another school that sponsors a car that we should beat.
Exactly.
Right? I'm not going to say it because that's not
who we are.
That's not who we are. Yeah.
We're really nice here on the Podium Finish. But anyways, AJ, you know how we do things. Shop talk, fun, and then you just big zingers at me, so I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Well, it's your first full-time season back in the NASCAR Cup Series, and I know it's kind of been up and down, roller coaster ride, but how encouraged are you about things with the number 16 team, and what are some things you're like, man, we've got to keep working at this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think the race that hurt was Fontana, getting taken out early and finishing last. You know, those are races that I wanted to avoid because, you know, in our development of a race team, you don't just make those points right back up in stages and stuff. So, you know, other than that, I feel like we've kind of maximized kind of each race. We definitely don't quite have the speed yet, but what I'm always encouraged about this race team is kind of how we put our heads down. There's never finger pointing at each other. So, you know, it's early in the season, and you know, hopefully weekends like this, although the Cup side of it's been a struggle so far, made a lot of progress today compared to practice. But yeah, you just try to have good runs, and if you're running 20th, you just try to maximize and get an 18th, things like that. So, you know, we got a ways to go, but it's early, and you know, we're developing as we go, and that's a part of an organization that's a second-year Cup team. So it's all right. We always want to be better, but it could be a lot worse.
For sure. I mean, I was looking at your statistics the last couple of years, and it seems like the more reps you got in the Cup car, you just kept picking up on the performances. I know you had the win at Indy 2021, no wins last year, but I mean, how close do you feel like you guys are knocking on the door at a place like COTA, or even the Super Speedway coming up at Talladega?
Yeah, it's, you know, the road courses we know we can be really good at, but, you know, for instance, you know, practice, we were in the mid-20s, so it just shows how competitive the series is. It's just because you get to a road course doesn't mean you're just automatically going to be in the top 10. It's hard to run the top 10 at any racetrack now, so it's about trying to take our better racetracks and get the best out of it. Of course, the ultimate goal is to always win, but at the end of the day, take those good days and then, you know, take racetracks. The short track program is probably where we're struggling the most right now, so just try to make those better. So I think it's tough on the outside sometimes because everybody's like, oh, you know, Kaulig Racing, they're close to winning, and sometimes you're like, no, we got a ways to go to be consistently up there, but it's about getting better as a race team. And, you know, as I said, as long as you're in it together and nobody's kind of splitting ends of okay, it's his fault, it's that fault, as long as our heads down together, we're all on the same page, it makes the process of it at least fun. It's when it starts separating, that's when it gets hard, and we're nowhere near that. So that's what encourages me, and knowing that we can continually get better.
Yeah, I'd say one of the qualities that you've seen with Kaulig Racing is the cohesiveness with this unit, whether it's with this Xfinity part-time schedule you got or the Cup side. I mean, how much of a difference has it been to race for Kaulig Racing over like the last 4 or 5 years now at this point?
Yeah, I mean, to go part-time to full Xfinity, now back full-time Cup, just seeing the way this team grows and keeps getting better. You know, you take the Xfinity side of it, for instance, we won 2 regular season championships, but I felt like, especially last year, we were just struggling to find raw speed every weekend. You know, the group that the men and women have worked on in the Xfinity Series has shown this year, right? Chandler's been really close to winning. Daniel's running inside the top 10. The 10 car, who's ever in it, is up front. So the Xfinity side of it is getting better. You know, the Cup level, unfortunately, is 3 or 4 times as hard. So it's just, you see the group of cars you're racing around. I mean, heck, the last couple races you're running 15th to 22nd, and you're racing against Hendrick cars, Gibbs cars, Penske car. Like, it's tough to run inside the top 10 consistently. So, but I love being a part of it and growing together. And you have your ups and downs, you have your frustration moments, but if I didn't enjoy this team and love how close we are, close knit on and off the racetrack, then it'd be a different story. But yeah, we're always going to keep pushing. But the friendship and family side of it goes way beyond compared to that just being at the racetrack.
Absolutely. I mean, you've seen that evolution with this team, even with yourself. I mean, 10 years ago, you were just kind of like doing some part-time racing in stock cars and Indy cars, and then now you're kind of like the respected, I don't want to say elder statesperson of Kaulig Racing.
I'm old, Rob. I get it.
Well, we're both old. How about that? Okay, well, you've gone from the young man to an older driver, but you're back in Cup. I mean, does it sometimes just boggle your mind, given how Cup is always about these younger talents, and here you are, you're bucking that trend?
Well, I think it's just about finding that race team that works with you and works for you and things like that. And I've been so fortunate in my life that I've gotten to drive for the Roger Penske's and the Richard Petty's and things like that on the Cup side of it. But when you're a part of those teams, the history's already been written. You're just trying to be like this small part of the history. And you come to a team like this to where when I walked in the shop in 2019, there was really no banners up. And Ross won that first race at Daytona. And now you walk in the shop and we have whatever it is, 15 Xfinity banners, a Cup win at Indy, and you can write the history together. And that's what really is enjoyable about this aspect of where I'm at in my life and part of this team, because, heck, 3 years ago, everybody's like, man, are you excited to get back to Cup? Like, is that what your goal was? I was like, no. I was like, but when you're enjoying it, it makes you want to come back and challenge yourself. And that's what's so fun about this team, is that I get to be a part of this history, and hopefully for years on end, whether I'm driving or not driving, continually try to help build the history of this race team.
You're adding to it for sure each season, and it's always fun to watch what you do, just because I feel like the progress you've made over these last several years, it's kind of coincided with Kaulig Racing. So would you kind of say, like, you guys kind of go hand in hand? There's a bit of synergy going on with that?
I hope so. It's Matt and Chris, and this goes for all the men and women at the team, but because I'm dealing with Matt and Chris a lot, they allow me to be me, which is a little psychotic sometimes, a little crazy, but they know how much I care, and when I'm frustrated myself, because I want to be better. I want to keep bringing this up to the next levels, and they just allow me to do that. The good with the bad, right? It's like, and I know it's funny, but it's true, right? I always say that the things that make my life great are also some of the things that make my life miserable sometimes in my own head. And that's the fact, wake up, be better. Yeah. And that's how I push myself every day, and that's how I come to the racetrack. It's like, I don't care what I did yesterday. If you don't do it today, it doesn't matter. So there's good and bad with that, but we're in it together, and they allow me to be who I am, and I love it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think one of the aspects also that allows you to be yourself is you've got that great familial support. I mean, obviously from your parents, your wife Tara. I mean, how pivotal has it been to have this great support system that allows you to have this energy to pursue your dreams?
Well, my parents have always just created this dream for me, right? Like, I started racing because my dad raced when I was young, and I watched him at just local dirt tracks, and that's where the passion came from. My mom was always kind of the quiet person behind the scenes, but I was actually scared of her compared to my dad. My mom's 5 foot, my dad's 6'2". I split right in the middle, and I was scared to death of my mom. So, but yeah, we've always chased that together. And then, my wife Tara, she's had to see the dark times. I've told her several times that she probably deserves somebody that's not as dark at times, but she doesn't allow it. She keeps me fighting through it, and it's important because this sport takes over your life, right? We do this, all of us do this 42 weeks a year, And the off season, you don't really have an off season, and so it can be, even when it's going well, it can be tough. Let alone if it's struggling. So you need everything around you, and that's with my family and my friends are important. But that's also what goes with Kaulig Racing, because there's no ever finger pointing. It's, we're in this together, and that's, we're at war sometimes, right? With the other teams. Like, this is what it comes down to. And you want to go in it together, and we always do.
It's like gladiator stuff. It sounds.
Yeah.
Say?
Oh yeah, and we drive like it sometimes too.
But do you sometimes scream in the radio and say Sparta?
No, I scream a lot though, so it's not so much that.
Probably language we can't repeat on this video, so we'll just keep it at that. But I gotta ask you this question that I've never done before. How does driving your number 16 Chevrolet Camaro compare to your everyday street car?
Well, I drive a Chevy Tahoe at home, so at least it's the same car in when it comes to what's worded on it. I'd say probably younger days, I felt like I was always on a racetrack. Now, probably a little bit calmer on the road if I need to be. The thing that, it's not about speeding, just don't get in the fast lane and run like 65 miles per hour just because you can be in the fast lane. Get the F out of the way, okay? Like, get over to your lane. If we're gonna run 80 in the fast lane, cool, but don't just get in the fast lane just to get in there and then just run your own speed.
Real thoughts. Tell us how you really feel about that.
Anyway.
Oh
You
man.
had a nerve there, Rob. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. At least I'm not the boys in blue, so
Yeah.
we're cool with
Yeah.
that. Don't worry about it. I mean, you're part of this amazing anniversary season of NASCAR. I mean, I know you weren't around. You were around for the 60th anniversary, I think. You were.
Yeah.
So
Maybe. Yeah.
2008?
Probably. Yeah.
But
I try to forget that year. Anyway.
I do too.
Yeah.
sometimes. But I mean, what's it been like to be part of this diamond anniversary of NASCAR?
Yeah, I mean, it's younger me, you probably don't even think about it, but now you just don't take it for granted, right? To be a part of the history of what NASCAR has been around for 75 years, and just to be here racing, let alone have lucky enough to have won races in Xfinity and Cup, and just know that long after all of us, you're still a part of that history, and you got to be a part of something special. Doesn't mean a lot right now, but when you get done, it's pretty amazing to look at those memories and see that you're a part of it.
At least some of those memories include, besides the trophies, but even those Lionel diecast cars.
Yeah, that's it's been cool that a lot of those win trophies we get to put a car with it. So yeah, it's those are things that, as I said, right now you kind of walk up there like, yeah, it's cool, but you're so focused on the next week. But when it's all done, it's nice to be able to look at those and have those memories.
Just for the record, I did get your 124 scale car, and I'm like, I'm just helping my friend get a little residual, I hope.
I didn't get anything from that.
Oh God, Lionel Racing, get with it, man, get with it. Well, I got a couple more questions because I know you got a really busy day, my friend, and probably going to see you in the media center.
I hope so.
Just saying, and then I hope that you do. Please brag on me. I expect it.
That's one of my favorite things to do, Rob, so don't worry about that.
I want to be a viral hit,
Yeah.
so. And if it is, I will give you some residual on that.
Shouldn't you create a TikTok dance if you want to be a viral hit?
I could.
Yeah.
But do you think I can dance?
I don't think so, but that actually sometimes makes it better, right? What was that guy on American Idol? The guy that couldn't sing, that all of a sudden became very popular?
William Hung?
Yes, him.
Yeah, but the difference is I can actually sing.
Okay.
Oh,
But you can't dance, so
I
that's
can't.
what I'm just trying to...
Oh, I'm like the William Hung that can't dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's 3 good zingers so far, folks. I'm keeping track.
What is your go-to song?
God, I don't know, man. Before we get back to the
Is
interview.
it Sir Mix-a-Lot? Baby Got Back?
Oh, I do that sometimes.
Okay. I'd like to see that one.
I do Beastie Boys Intergalactic.
Oh, nice.
See? I got some street cred.
All right.
I just don't look it, but I do.
That's good. I like it.
How about you? What street cred do you have?
None. I have no street cred.
Even though you're from like Los Gatos, California.
Yeah, I'm from the Cats.
The Cats, California.
Yeah, I'm from the Cats, California. Yeah, there's not.
I'll make a rap song for you.
Okay,
and
there
then
you
you
go.
need to make that your Bristol nighttime race song.
If you make a rap for me, I'll play that. I can guarantee that. That'll be my intro song.
But it won't be DJ Rob. That's a little too obvious.
No, that's fine.
Maybe I'll be calling myself Bob Hawkers.
No, there's already a Bob. You're your own person, man.
I don't know, just like MC Hammer. I don't know.
Whatever you. Well, I thought you were gonna make a special rap song.
Oh, I'm going to.
Yeah, that. So do it how you're going to do it.
Okay.
And we'll play it for my intro.
And it won't be played in my parents' basement, I promise.
Okay.
Sorry, folks that are living in their parents' basements. I'm not making fun of you. I just lost like 30 subscribers for doing that. Well, a couple more questions for you. What are 3 selling points that you would tell a NASCAR fan, hey, I'm the guy to cheer for every weekend?
I'm real.
Yeah.
Good or bad. It's you listen on the radio. I apologize. I wouldn't maybe let your kids listen to me on the radio sometimes. I do like to have fun. Sometimes it doesn't show at the racetrack because it's all business, but get me drinking and we'll have a good time. And third one, look at me.
I knew you were going to say that.
Right, babe? Right? Oh, yeah. Just sold her.
Oh, man. You hear that, folks? Looks,
charisma, charm,
and Celsius.
Celsius.
That's what you meant by drinks, folks.
Yeah, well, vodka with Celsius.
Okay. Not the other thing that PK drives. Kligerman.
No, Celsius.
Celsius. Okay.
Yeah, with vodka.
Okay, I told him about this earlier in the week. He said, tell him that the other brand is much better than your brand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I starting a rivalry for you?
No, Parker knows where he stands with me.
Okay. I'm just trying to like cause a WWE plot line here, but I didn't. My last question is, and I didn't learn this until like this past week. You co-own a restaurant called On the Nines, I think.
A restaurant and a bar, Boatyard.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's in Huntersville and Mooresville. Okay, look it up once you get there. Tell them AJ sent you. You still won't get a discount because we need to make some money.
We'll talk about that after this recording, but how has it been like to own On the Nines?
Well, so what I say is I technically don't own any businesses. I invest in one person. So he's basically my older brother. I've known him almost since I moved to North Carolina. He's owned a lot of restaurants, but I met him through when he owned the Galway Hooker. It was an Irish pub. And we started doing businesses together. So I invest in one person, and his name's Chris McKeedis. And literally, you can tell me, wake up tomorrow and tell me, hey, we're going to Porta Johns. That's what we're investing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm like, all right, bud, let's do this. So, but we do own a restaurant at the Mooresville Golf Course on the Nines, and then we own a great bar that now that I know you sing, I might be able to get you. We got 2 stages for music.
Okay.
So maybe we could get you a gig at Boatyard.
Okay.
So yeah.
What other journalist sings though besides me though?
I don't know. I don't ask that.
Adam Alexander. I want to compete against him.
Does he sing?
I don't know. He looks like he does. He kind of seems like a sort of England Dan and Foley type.
Okay.
I was gonna say Enya, but that's your purview. No, he told me that in September. Were you just busting me?
Yeah.
That's 4 zingers, folks. 4 freaking zingers.
From the dinger.
From the ding.
You get that? Okay.
Oh. Well, I have nothing else to say about that until we see each other again, probably in July.
Yep.
Or September, whenever I actually can afford to go to a race. Because you don't sponsor me, so.
No, I don't.
You do not, but it's okay. Do you have any parting words for the fans and any parting shots you want to throw my way right now?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think maybe we do a GoFundMe for Rob to come to Charlotte for the 600. Get him on the stage at Boatyard. What do you think? And we'll film this in front of a huge crowd.
Yeah. And the best part, folks, is I don't even need to drink to sing. I just do it.
And here's the deal. I said GoFundMe. I'm not paying for him to come out to Charlotte. So GoFundMe.
Wow.
Look it up, fans.
That was AJ Allmendinger, my brother from another racing family. And if you want to follow AJ, he has a Twitter, AJ Dinger, and nothing else. Do not follow those scammers.
No, they're all scams.
Yeah, they're all fraudsters.
Yeah.
But that's AJ. I'm Rob. The guy for filming is Sean Folsom, and we will see you all next time. Peace out, people.